The Black and Tans were created in 1920 to help the Irish police forces in a very difficult struggle against the guerrilla IRA. This was done by recruiting former British Army soldiers from the First World War, many of whom were now unemployed in post-war Britain, and conscripting them into the IRC. The name the Black and Tans comes from the makeshift uniform that was needed to outfit so many new recruits to the IRC. The black part comes from the dark green, which often was seen as black by the IRA, and so they were called the Black, as well as having the khaki of the British Army, which was substituted instead of the dark green, which made for a mismatched outfit, and this became the tan in the Black and Tans name. While the IRC was made up of mostly Irishmen in service of the Crown, some 10,000 new of these Black and Tans members were conscripted from 1920 onwards from other parts of the United Kingdom. The Black and Tans were deployed all throughout Ireland, serving under the RIC, but particularly in the southern and western areas where fighting was the heaviest in the countryside. The IRA proved to be a formidable opponent, using the countryside and guerrilla tactics to perform hit-and-run attacks before melting back into the local population. As such, a lot of the time through frustration as well as pure intimidation tactics, the Black and Tans became infamous for their attacks against villages and innocent people, often using brutality and scare tactics. It was particularly in the countryside, however, in rural counties such as Galway and Clare, that the Black and Tans gained their brutal, bloody reputation for mass reprisals after IRA attacks, often killing people at random, looting businesses, and handing out beatings at will. This was something that the British government actually actively encouraged a lot of the time because they thought that it would help beat the Irish population into submission and turn them against the IRA. In actual fact, every time the Black and Tans committed such an atrocity, more Irish people went over to the side of the IRA and saw them as the only solution for driving out the Black and Tans and the British government that was letting them run around committing atrocities at will. However, there are also voices of opposition in Britain, among them that of many Anglican bishops as well as the King, George V. MPs from the Liberal, Labour and even from the far-right British Union of Fascists party all condemned the action that was taking place by the Black and Tans, and across the empire in what is today India and South Africa there were voices disagreeing as the news had reached all the way out.